Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm just going to wait for people to come on. Hope you're all great. Here to do a pendulum like last time. Still starting off slow because I've not been here for a while. So I thought I'd come on and do a pendulum with you guys. Give us a shout when you're here. For those of you that haven't been here for a pendulum live before, the pendulum is a divination tool that we use to answer yes, no's, and possibly maybes if it can't decide what the answer is. Hi, how are you, honey? Nice to see you. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Did you all get a notification? Hi. Oh, hi, Julie. I know you from before. So you all know what the pendulum is. And now I've got some people here. We can go ahead and start asking some questions, guys. How are we all? I hope we're good. I want to know what the time delay is as well, actually, from when it starts to when I speak. It'd be quite interesting to know. But yeah, I'll just carry on. So the pendulum actually obviously answers your question. I won't be doing it legal, medical, or pregnancy, obviously. But obviously ask away as long as they're not for them questions, and we'll all be good. And if we get bored, we're going to start singing today. We're going to do karaoke pendulum session. I'm really good. It's been really humid here today. We had a thunderstorm, so my energy is very, very heightened, which is awesome, which is good for you. But it's been really humid and really sticky, so I've not put that much makeup on, so I excuse the actual face right now. But, you know, I'm here, and that's what matters. Does anyone have any pendulum questions? If there's any admin from my Realms group, can you please share this video onto the webpage for me? Should I stay at my job or be a stay-at-home mum? Hi, guys. Right. Should Kelly stay at her job? Oh, I'm getting a no there. Should she become a stay-at-home mum? I'm getting a yes to a stay-at-home mum. So go and enjoy your time with your children. Oh, it's humid in Ontario as well, and thunderstorms rolling in. Yeah, it wasn't that long. Hi, Alison. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for joining me. Bethy Lou, will mine and James' engagement be successful? Will Bethy Lou's engagement to James be successful? Oh, that's going into a yes. I can feel the answer before it changes. So that's definitely a yes there, honey. Good luck. Not a problem, Kelly. Right, Sarah White. Should I stay at my boyfriend's house and try and work things out? Hi, Hannah. Should Sarah stay at her boyfriend's house and try and work things out? Obviously, that's gone into a yes, so you should try and work things out, honey. I hope it works out for you. Oh, arrangement. Sorry. Hi, Hannah. Right, sorry. Let's try again. Will Bethy Lou's arrangement with James work out? I'm getting a yes, honey. It will work out. Maybe it kind of knew subconsciously. I don't even know why I said engagement there. Right. Hannah John wants to know if she should move home by October. Should Hannah John move home by October? Oh, I'm getting a yes there, honey. You should move home by October. So good luck with that. Well, hopefully we'll pick a moving card for you, Hannah, in group, and we're doing lives as well. Group, guys, if you're not subscribed to Realms of Enchantment on Facebook, we have a Facebook group called Realms of Enchantment, obviously. Same logo as the YouTube, so it'll be easy for you to find. If you're not there, feel free to join us. We have lots of free reads going on a daily basis. We have also got the monthly email subscription coming up. So if you want a July forecast from myself delivered to your inbox on the 1st of July, please send me a message via Facebook and book in for that. I've got 9 spaces left. And there you go. That has it. I thought I'd do a little bit of promoting there because the questions have gone quiet. So if people can ask for me, please. Thank you, Sarah. Ask as many as you want, guys. While we're this quiet, you should take advantage of my pendulum. Sarah White, will I be successful at my new job with selling jewellery? Hi, Amy. Oh, Amy, we've got a reading today, my darling. That's a yes, honey. So I've got a yes there. I've just realised who Mama Leans is. I was like, I know that name. I've seen that before. It's Elena. Hi, Elena. How are you, honey? I was like, who's Mama Eileen? I was like, I've seen that before. It's you. Please ask some questions, Sarah. Right, thank you. No, not a problem, Sarah. Good to see you here. I'm so glad that loads of you have made the transition over. Hannah John, will Chris move back in by autumn? Hannah John, will Chris move back in by autumn? And obviously that is a yes. Will my strawberries grow this year? I hope so. I want to pun it. I love a strawberry. Will Sarah White strawberries grow this year? I'm getting a, oh, yeah, that's got into a yes. I thought I was going to go in no. I was going to go strawberry mad then. So yeah, what else can we chat about while we're on? We've got to think of things to talk about while we're waiting for questions to come through. So I'm not like, right, bye. Yeah, I like my strawberry sweet. I've got to have lots and lots of sugar on and preferably some cream. Bad for you, I know. But, you know, strawberry always needs to be caked in sugar or dipped in sugar or chocolate. Oh, strawberry covered chocolate. Oh, chocolate covered strawberry, should I say? Come on, guys, let's ask some questions, please. Or we're going to have to talk about something factual. What can we talk about that's factual? What does anyone want to know about psychic mediums? Ask me your questions. If you've run out of pendulum questions, let me know what your questions are. Let's not have silence. We all know that I hate silence on my lives. Rhubarb raw or stewed? Oh, it's got to be stewed. It's got to be stewed, Lena. Definitely stewed. You only start. Oh, there's not enough for a punnet for me there, then, Sarah. But good luck with your strawberries. I know they're making me hungry as well. I've not eaten yet. Plants. What's your opinion on parallel universes? Parallel universes. I'm not the guy you need to speak to about that. We need to get Victoria on a live because she's actually doing all of this at the moment. Victoria, I call her Victoria. It's Vicky. I should stop using the angry name because that doesn't work. But yeah, you need to be talking to Vicky about parallel universes. But I do believe they exist. And I do believe that we live in 3D, 4D and 5D because I'm currently in 5D myself. But obviously, parallel universes, I do believe that's from when we raise from the Matrix, when we decide to become free spirits and we actually choose to live our own life. I've actually got Vicky on call watching me right now with a huge, huge smile on her face. So, you know, my opinion is they exist. And I do believe that I'm living in one because I struggle with my human life from day to day, some days more than others. So I can only be around particular humans. And that's normally only people that understand where I'm at and what I'm doing with my life at the moment. I think it's all about being a free spirit. And yes, that's my opinion on parallel universes. I hope that helps. I prefer the realms myself because I'm an astral traveller. So me and realms are the best thing to be talking about. Right. Will I be able to do readings for others by next year? Let's ask Hannah. Will Hannah be able to do readings for others by next year? Why by next year? Why are you not starting now? You know, it's never too early to start with pendulum, Hannah. You know, pendulums, I'm about to obviously broadcast the next pendulum lesson as well. So we'll get that done and we'll get that moved over to here as well so you can watch it on a constant. It's never, you don't need to be waiting a year before you read others. You just need to jump right in and do it, darling. You know, you how old were you when you first knew you had intuition or gifts? Oh, I'd say that I've been picking up people's feelings for a long, long, long while. There is actually a podcast on this with Talisa interviewing us, and me and Vicky are there explaining our journeys, and it pinpoints. We'll get that shared to the group for you because that actually answers all of them questions and how I found my journey, and you know. But my journey's been like I've been dedicated to my journey now for nearly 4.5 years. So I'm 4.5 years on. But obviously it's how long have we been picking up on people's feelings for? I think I've been gifted my whole life. I just didn't know what it was until a very obviously late age, but I always believed. So that's the big difference. It was easy for me to tune in. But there is a podcast. Go and listen to it, Stephanie. The angry name. See, my partner and I get into deep conversation about them and times in our life when we've sworn we've seen movies or read books before they've even come out. Yes. I think it's all a big part of predictions, and I actually completely agree with that, because I've seen things and then maybe a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months passes by and that event's already happened. Now, that would take you into a whole new discussion there, Stephanie, which obviously I can't really go on about too much on a YouTube live, but that would kind of incorporate deja vu, I feel, as well. How do we know that deja vu is not incorporated to the parallel universe? We've already seen it, so we're already reliving it. I think that's a really valid point and a really interesting discussion for realms that maybe our Vix, who's watching me right now, will set up. Yep, she's giving it a thumbs up. But that's a really interesting kind of way to go about it. Yeah, definitely get on the pendulum lessons. They are very awesome and very informative. Astral travel, I'm not going to tell anybody how to astral project. I think it's something that comes on very naturally and you just need to allow it to happen. I've known people that have tried to obviously force their astral projection and they find it quite difficult and they end up getting frustrated. So the more with astral travel, if you get frustrated, you're not going to go there because you need to be in a relaxed state of mind. So I feel that astral travel is something that you need to kind of either work on through meditation or trance and then kind of like relax while you're doing it. So let it come on naturally. I feel like that's really, really important. I just need to practice more. Definitely practice. And we've got realms, and whatever level you're at on realms, you can come along and practice. It's why we created the safe haven. So you can go and practice without judgment. It's okay to get things wrong. So, we all start somewhere. There was a time that I used to get my readings wrong and I built it up. Actually, not going to lie, I've not really got many readings wrong, but there is a time when we do go through that. We have to learn, we have to build that confidence, and don't be afraid just to do it. It's okay to get things wrong occasionally. This message is held for review. I'm just going to see what this message is there. I don't know what it says. Do you believe that people's spirit or energies can meet and communicate? Yes, Stephanie, it's where I find that most of my messages actually come through. I wake up in the morning and I'm like an encyclopedia, to be honest. I've actually woken Vicky up in the mornings where I've been so excitable to tell her what I've seen or what I've kind of experienced, and I often meet my guides during my sleep. I've been known to meet other people's guides in my sleep too, and definitely you do connect to spirit. And do you know what? It's a gift of a medium. It's actually one of I find that some mediums are actually stronger, and the way that I find that works is you obviously, if you want to focus on a certain spirit, I would actually focus on that spirit's photo just before going to bed, and love and behold, they seem to arrive in your dreams. And I feel that's a very strong point and aspect. And for some reason, when you're in a sleep state, you've got more kind of validity to cross across that veil, and you can remain there for a little bit longer. So I feel you actually kind of absorb and hold on to more information. But yeah, that's very valuable. I like that question. I like your question, Stephanie. Should get you on a Q&A with me, honey. Deja vu. Deja vu is very related. Now we've brought up the parallel universe. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Obviously, I believe that deja vu is a very big part. Deja vu is a very big part of kind of past life. So these are things or events or people that you've met before in past life. But obviously that parallel universe thing is kind of like maybe a really valid point that I'm actually going to look into as well. That would be amazing. Here is the podcast series. Yeah, there's the podcast. Alison shared it there for you, Stephanie. I swear sometimes my dreams, I'm actually speaking to a certain person who's still alive. In my dreams, it feels totally different than a normal dream. That could be astral. You could be astral, and that could be vivid dreaming. It could be either one, but that's definitely happening. So kind of keep a journal next to your bed. And when it happens, sometimes you don't remember straight away, but if you put pen to paper and just let it flow, like almost like automatic writing. I automatic write a lot. And that helps me if I don't remember my astral. So if I don't remember my astral adventures or my vivid dreaming or somewhere that I've been in my dream or spoken to, I will actually kind of confirm it by automatic writing. And that kind of like takes it to the next level for me. And I would love to do a Q&A. We should do a Q&A together. Samantha Edwards. Hi, Samantha. How are you, honey? I hope you've got your pendulum fixed, darling. Detail. No. That's awesome. You need to log them because they could also, dreams have a really good way of showing you predictions. So if it's something that's not happened, you should actually jog it down. And sometimes, Stephanie, I would actually recommend passing that on to a person. So if you dream about, say, your friend down the street and you go and find out some particular message, or they're giving you some valid information, maybe an event that's happening in your dream, I would actually message that person or have a conversation with them and pass that message along, because that's going to encourage spirit to communicate with you even more. And I feel like that's really important, that we are passing along what we're being given. So definitely start sharing them dreams with people, because I feel like it will help you advance more. They're going to start trusting you with their messages, especially if people can relate to it. So kind of like go down that road and see what happens, because then they might relay more messages to you when you're obviously actually awake. Right, guys, any more questions? We've had a Q&A, we've had a pendulum session. It's turned into a Q&A, which is absolutely awesome. I don't mind rolling this way. I love talking about things like this. Love it. Any more questions, guys? Or are we going to go quiet? Quiet, quiet, quiet. I think I'm on live on Realms tonight with the one and only Vicky Seren Bagnall. So you shall see our energies on the camera. I should probably imagine about 9:30. I'm just waiting for her to give me the nod, because she, yeah, right, yeah, 9:30. Stephanie, I'm gonna throw a little bit of a spanner in the works here. Are we talking twin flames there? Because if your connection hasn't kind of died down and you're still connecting through dreams, that's how I connect to my twin flame. So you could be looking at possible twin flame connection there. Have you been told that before? Okay, Samantha, I'll let you think of a question, my darling. I'm going to ask for you, Stephanie. Is the person that Stephanie's connecting to in her dreams her twin flame? That's gone to a yes. So that's maybe something you need to look into. Hannah, John, Chris and I are twin flames. So here we go. Right, I'm going to be honest with you before you start asking me the twin flame question. This is not an easy journey. This is not happily ever after. I'm actually in separation with my twin flame. We've not spoken for ages, and I don't know if we are ever going to speak again. So don't feel like this is some great romance story like in Frozen, the film. You know, it doesn't work that way. You're either going to work out or you're not going to work out. And let me tell you, right, on that, it's an emotional kind of roller coaster. It's up and down. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to cry more than you do smile. So if anyone thinks that a twin flame journey is a happily ever after, think again. It's not. It's one of the most destructive relationships. Yeah, beautiful. I'm not going to lie, but it will be one of the most destructive relationships you will ever take part in. And it will test you and shake you to the very core. And you need to make sure you're strong and you're ready, because it will take you to places you never dreamed you'd even go. And it will get dark. I'm going to be honest, you go to dark places. But I will ask for you, Hannah. But I'm kind of like hoping it's a no for you. Otherwise, you're not going to work it out. Hannah was Chris and Hannah, twin flames. That's actually gone into a no. So I think you are soulmates. So I'm pleased about, to be honest. Twin flames is a complicated situation. And if you're starting your spiritual journey, that's not something you want to be dealing with right now. Yeah, Stephanie, I think we're talking twin flame here. I really, really do. Just the fact that you keep bumping into each other. and you still think, and it's still like, I know what you mean. It doesn't, you are with someone else and he's with someone else. But obviously, you know, that doesn't mean that you've got to have that romantic connection there, so to speak. You could just have that spiritual connection. And then maybe that's something you need to work on, you know, and especially if you're seeing him. I actually believe you're seeing his higher from your higher perspectives. I'd love to talk to you about this a little bit more and give you kind of like my opinion. So maybe we could pencil in some time, or maybe I should do like a twin flame Q&A, which is what everyone wants, and I kind of try and stay away from, because I don't like reminding myself of the pain that I've been through, you know. So I find it very difficult because it's still very raw for me right now. But maybe that is something that I could do if I've got a list of questions and I can focus on that. But maybe I should do a twin flame Q&A. It always, do you know what? Everyone believes it. Obviously, twin flame is going to get romantic at one point. It might have been a past, it might be future, and it might be the right now, because there is that connection that you can get with no one else. You can talk to them like you talk to no one else. But it doesn't mean that you have to progress that relationship to the next level. You know, if you two aren't working things out and you're going around in circles and it's causing nothing but pain, sometimes the best thing is to come away. You know, I thought maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, the worst thing that could happen to me was losing connection with my twin flame. And look at me now, you know, still hurts occasionally and I do really, really miss him. But sometimes the best thing to do is just walk up and get away from it, because you are still human. You know, you're a soul in a human body, so you have to process things the same. So you've got twin flames on your soul level and you've got twin flames on a human level, and combining them two can be quite hurtful. So your ego will take over with certain emotions, which you can't do. You have to work from that soul, and it can get messy. You know, it can get really, really kind of like, it causes a lot of mental anguish, to be honest, and you go in nervous breakdown though, because you don't want to let each other down, because you know you're on this journey together, but you're separates as well. So when you come together, you feel like you've constantly got to be progressing, and you've got to constantly be upgrading yourself and downloading and getting to that next level, when actually, you know, you just need to chill and sit back. I believe that I'm doing what the universe wants me to do right now, and if that's my twin flame kind of life purpose, then so be it. You know, you still believe in that concept, but it's all about that, what you're doing about it. If you're sitting there moping, thinking, oh, I miss him, I need my twin flame back, when's he going to talk to me, why has he blocked me, like all the bullshit that I see on twin flame groups, I struggle with, because actually I'm sat here and I'm just getting on, and actually I feel closer to my twin flame than I ever have before. You know, astral, higher beings, maybe trancing. There's other ways that you can connect, and there's other ways to know that they're all right. You know, you've got to trust in that telepathy, you know. So everyone believes it's so kind of easy. It's so not. Right, okay, I just asked mine as well, and I had no twin flame. Yes to soulmate. Oh, fantastic. Do twin flames ever work out? Not in my case. I do know twin flames that are together. I've heard that when you unite with a twin flame, it obviously is the most difficult journey, but then I've also kind of I've realised that when you do unite with your twin flame, people think they're going to live in this harmonious. You've still got a lot of work to do even after uniting. You've got a lot of kind of like issues going on. There'll be a lot more emotions. It's a constant healing journey. It's to heal oneself, and I feel the purpose of twin flames is for ascension. It's about becoming a pure being, kind of releasing all of that past hurt, releasing all of that kind of all them materialistic conformities that we're taught to believe. I feel it's about releasing it all. You know, I was taught things by my flame that have amazed me, like I'm not bothered about the way that I am, or money, or I'm not here to impress other people. I was different, and I actually now believe in that. So, you know, it's about teaching each other different ways of life, and not having to worry and not having to conform. Yet again, kind of escaping that matrix. Should I move to the same town as my twin buddy? Well, right, I know that's a yes, Samantha. Should Samantha move to the same town as her twin flame by the end of summer? And it's gone into a yes as well. I got that in your read anyway, darling. That would be beautiful. This is the hardest thing I've ever dealt with, and it's been like this for 14 years, and it's never dulled or gone away. No, it doesn't, honey. Honestly, it doesn't. And I'm desperate for some sort of perception. That's not a problem. I do not mind doing a chat with you on that. That's absolutely fine, honey. Does a twin flame have to be a romantic partner, or could it be someone who is just a best friend? Wow, my view on this. Now, some people believe that it can be a best friend. I obviously was put in this situation where I was asked to be friends with mine, and, you know, how do you be friends with someone that you love unconditionally? And loving unconditionally does not mean that you can't have boundaries. Now, I would find it really, really, really hard not to be attracted to your twin flame. This is the ultimate connection. This person is going to appear to you as the most beautifulest kind of like human being. And you are going to find it hard, like instantly you fall head over heels in love, you know, regardless to what kind of love that is, you fall in love. And I feel that I do believe, I've read plenty in twin flames like over the years, over the year, should I say. And now I feel that there are kind of like 4 connections, and I can't remember the 4th, but I believe that twin flames kind of like reach that uniting level. And I do feel like it is kind of spiritual and it is kind of sexual. And I think they're the most important parts of twin flames. Twin flames on a sexual level, you're both going to open up your kundalini. You know, even though you can do that on your own, you're going to reach that whole new level. And it's really, really kind of like an eye-opener. Not that I've ever experienced that, but you know, that's what I've heard. I would struggle, if to be honest, if I was to be best friends with my twin flame, because I'd want to jump them all the time. And I don't think that's acceptable or right, to be honest, with your best friend, because, you know, I feel that there's that aspect of jealousy, you know, like, obviously that's an emotion you've got to deal with. Not saying that's a right emotion, but not a jealousy. But, you know, how are you going to feel if you start seeing them walking around with another person? And, yeah, you love them unconditionally, but that's still going to hurt you. Why, as a human, should you actually have to put up with that emotion and deal with it and go through that daily? I just don't think it's right. I wouldn't put another person through that. And I wouldn't expect another to do that. You know, I can't explain the attraction and the chemistry of twin flames. I think you'd have to experience it to then ask that question and go, no, I actually couldn't. Because I feel like the separation phase isn't about that. It's about working out your own stuff. It's about going on your own journey, finding yourself, and obviously healing. If you come together again in this lifetime, so be it. If you don't, there's always next, you know. It's not a lifetime thing. We live many lives. Yeah, healing would be easier if you're closer together for us to have a chat about this. How would I go about that? Just give me an inbox, honey, on Facebook. You know who I am, obviously. Makes sense. Yeah, the sexual charge is unexplainable. It's almost embarrassing, and other people can see it. Yeah. I'll talk to you about that on private inbox, honey. I completely get that. But I used to blush, yeah, for no apparent reason. There was a reason, but I'm not going to explain it on a YouTube live, believe me. But I'm going to go now, guys, because I've answered loads and loads of questions. This ended up turning into a twin flame Q&A anyway. Maybe I will pencil in a twin flame Q&A, so keep an eye on Realms, because I will advertise it there. But we'll do it over here on YouTube, because then the information's logged, you know. And it's good for you to watch back if you're ever struggling. My message, this is uplifting for me. Yeah, no, I'm glad, Stephanie, but I do honestly, truly believe it's your twin flame, darling. Right, I'm going to say love and light to you all. This has been, I would love a twin flame Q&A. Not a problem. We should do a twin flame Q&A. You can even invite your twins along, and we'll go from there. I'll be like a relationship twin flame counsellor. I do twin flame readings as well, guys. So if you want a twin flame reading, book that in as well. Love and light. You are awesome too, Amy, and you've got a reading today with me. I'm really excited. Right, love and light. Mwah. Bye.